traffic. There's a war on black women, Sister Carlee Russell. You owe your sisters an apology. I do not want my sister going to jail. So for all y'all saying she need to be prosecuted and persecuted, I disagree with you. Don't no black woman belong in there. You got 60 and 70-year-old grandmoms twerking on Instagram and TikTok, 60 years old, shaking your loose goose in front of the whole world. Can we have a little bit of class? You got elderly black men, 60 and 70, talking about the art of fellatio on social media. 60 and 70 years old talking about the art of fellatio. You old enough to be you are a grandfather and a great-grandfather. Come on, y'all. Come on now. I want to talk to my sister Carlee Russell next. I want to go down to Alabama one time and talk to my sister Carlee Russell. Sister Carlee, I need you to hear your brother right now. I'm not here to beat you up, Sister Carlee Russell. I'm not here to beat you up, Sister Carlee Russell. You are my young sister, and I love you as a young sister. Much respect to your mother, much respect to your father, a strong black family, still married, still together. I appreciate that. I applaud that. But Sister Carlee Russell, I got something I need to say to you, my beautiful Alabama princess. I understand that you had some issues with your baby daddy, your boyfriend, soon-to-be father. I understand that you was going through some relationship issues. And I know sometimes when the sisters go through some relationship issues, y'all can get a little out of pocket with the strategies y'all employ to get your significant other's attention. I understand that. I understand that. I understand we can all be a little immature in the way we address romantic issues, Sister Carlee Russell. I can understand that. But Sister Carlee, I need you to understand something, sister. In 2020, 250,000 women went missing in America. In 2020, 250,000 women went missing in America, Sister Carlee Russell. Of that number, 40%, more than 100,000 of them were black women. Sister Carlee Russell, are you listening to me right now? Sister Carlee Russell, I need you to listen to me right now, sweetheart, because I need you to understand what you just did. I need you to understand what you just did. I'm going to say it again, Sister Carlee. In 2020, 250,000 women were kidnapped, abducted, sex trafficked, raped and killed, sold away. And of that 250,000, 40% were black women. That's more than 100,000, Sister Carlee. That's more than 100,000. Sister Carlee, don't you ever again in your life play games with the kidnapping of black women. Don't you ever do that again in your life. Don't you ever again play games with the sex trafficking of our sisters again. You were out of place. Your behavior was uncondonable. It was repulsive. It was disrespectful. And it was ignorant. And I'm going to ask you to never do that again. That was conduct unbecoming a young lady such as yourself. Don't ever do that again. You are playing with the safety of black women all over this country. Sister Carlee Russell, you are playing with the safety and the security and life of black women all over this country. I wish you would have had something better you could have done to get that young man's attention. For you to call the police and act like you got abducted, for you to call the police and act like you got abducted, that is one of the most selfish things a black woman can do. Sister Carlee, you are part of the sisterhood. You are part of the queendom of African women in this country. African women are only 13% of the American population. African women are only 13% of the American population. African women are only 13% of the American population, but they are more than 40% of those who are raped, kidnapped, killed, abducted, organ trafficked, and sex trafficked. There's a war on black women, Sister Carlee Russell. You owe your sisters an apology. I do not want my sister going to jail. So for all y'all saying she need to be prosecuted and persecuted, I disagree with you. Don't no black woman belong in there. I don't want to see her in prison for that. She made a big mistake and she needs to account and atone to the black community. Sister Carlee made a big mistake and she needs to account and atone to the black community, but I do not want her persecuted or prosecuted. I don't want her charged. I don't want her indicted, and I don't want her convicted. And I rebuke any of you who are trying to push that on that young sister. Because guess what? Our women are sexually trafficked inside the prison also. Black women are sexually trafficked inside the prison also. So why would any black woman or any black man would want Sister Carlee arrested and in prison? I don't support that narrative at all. I do not support bringing white people in to punish black people. We must do this ourselves. Sister Carlee, you owe us an apology, sister. And I hope your parents are honorable enough to make you give that apology to black women and the black community all over this country. You owe an apology to the queendom. That's all I want, is a public apology to the queendom. I want a public apology for the sisterhood, Sister Carlee. You owe black women that. Don't you dare play without safety like that. Because what you did, Sister Carlee, and I'm not beating you up, I love you. When I see you in Alabama, I'm going to give you a big hug and just say, baby, don't do that no more. Don't you play with the safety and security of black women like that. Because what you did, Sister Carlee, is you just gave the white media an out. What you did, Sister Carlee, you just gave the white media an out. What you did, Sister Carlee, you just gave white media an out. You just gave white media an excuse not to cover the kidnapping of black women. You just gave white media an excuse not to discuss the sexual abuse of black women. You just gave the white media an excuse to not print stories and publish stories on the kidnapping, the abduction, and the sexual trafficking of black women and black girls. They can say black women are not serious. They play games when it comes to abduction. Black women are not serious. They play games when it comes to sexual trafficking. They can say black women are not serious. Look what we did with Carlee Russell. We covered her. We pushed her. Black people had you on every social media page. You was on our Instagram, Sister Carlee. You was on our Twitter, our TikTok, our Facebook, our website. And then we wake up and turn around and find out it was a damn joke. Don't you do that again, Sister Carlee. That was wrong. Don't you do that again, Sister Carlee. That was wrong. You owe black women an apology. You owe black women an apology. 13% of the population, 40% of those who are being abused, raped, abducted, killed, kidnapped, and sex trafficked. Sister Carlee, how dare you play a game with the sexual abductions and abuse and sexual trafficking of black women? You was wrong. You was wrong. Sister Carlee, you owe black women an apology. You were wrong. Let me move on. Our good brother in Philadelphia, co-host of one of the top hip-hop podcasts in the world, lost his son to senseless violence the night before last. Lost his son to senseless violence the night before last. My condolences go out to him, his co-hosts, his queen, his children, his aunts, his uncles. The whole Philadelphia is hurting for him right now. The whole Philadelphia is hurting for him right now. But what I find absolutely unforgivable, deplorable, disgusting, conduct unbecoming black men is to see all these social media opportunists to go on YouTube and see all these social media opportunists use this man's loss of a son. Use this man's loss of a son as an opportunity to attack him, belittle him, malign him, persecute him in the public while he's trying to mourn the loss of his son. What has happened to masculinity in the black community? What has happened to masculinity in the black community? What has happened to masculinity in the black community when on the very day, the first 24 hours that this man was met with the shock of losing his oldest son, you social media opportunists jump on YouTube and do hours worth of content filled with slander, baseless accusations, indictments without facts, conspiracy theories with no basis or connection to the evidence of the crime scene. Is that what we doing now, black men? Is that what we doing right now? Are you really telling me that we don't even have the respect to give somebody time to process the loss of a child on the same day they lost the child? I mean, I know you social media YouTubians are thirsty for views. I understand the YouTubian culture because I've been an object of its slander. I understand how the YouTubian community operates. But can we have no principles? Can we have no morals? Can we have no rules of conduct? Can we not create some principles of solidarity? And this wasn't mostly black women. This was black men slandering a black man. This was black men slandering a black man. I mean, my God. Accused him of everything under the sun without an ounce of proof. Are you that thirsty for views? Are you that thirsty for likes? Are you that thirsty for clicks? Are you that pressed for YouTube dollars that you can't even give the man 24 hours of peace? Y'all went on the attack immediately. I can't imagine what he going through right now. I can't imagine what he going through. You're not even giving me a minute to process the loss of my child, and y'all slandering me and attacking me and belittling me. Let me ask you a question. I'm about to wrap this up. Miami, I'll see you next Saturday. Miami, I will see you next Saturday. Chicago, I will see you next Sunday. But let me say this. Miami, I will see you next Saturday. In Chicago, I will see you next Sunday. Petersburg, Virginia, I will see you on August the 20th. Petersburg, Virginia, I will see you on August the 20th. Petersburg, Virginia, I will see you on August the 20th. Nat Turnerland on August the 21st. NatTurnerLibrary.com. If you need the flyers, hit me up. But here's my question I want to ask you. I don't know what is the bigger problem. Gangster rap or social media, brothers and sisters? Can we take a vote right now? Can we do a straw poll, brothers and sisters? What is the bigger problem in the black community? Gangster rap or social media? I don't know which one is worse. I don't know which one is worse. Gangster rap or social media? Which one is worse, brothers and sisters? I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question because gangster rap is definitely the devil, and YouTube is also the devil. Which is worse, social media or gangster rap, brothers and sisters. I am the biggest non-entertainment name on social media, and I don't even have a YouTube page. I am the biggest non-entertainment name on social media, and I don't have a YouTube page. I only go live when I have something to teach. If I don't have anything constructive or productive to offer the global African family, I keep my mouth shut. But you Negroes are addicted to being seen and heard on social media. And the sad part about your social media addiction is you don't even have anything useful to offer the people. Some of you go live every day, every other day, every 3 days. Some of you go live 3 and 4 times a day with nothing constructive to offer anybody who looks like you. You got 60 and 70-year-old grandmoms twerking on Instagram and TikTok, 60 years old, shaking your loose goose in front of the whole world. Can we have a little bit of class? Can we have a little bit of class? You got elderly black men, 60 and 70, talking about the art of fellatio on social media. 60 and 70 years old talking about the art of fellatio. You old enough to be you are a grandfather and a great grandfather. Come on, y'all. Come on now. And when people fight, instead of breaking up the fights, we film the fights. We don't intervene in conflict in the black community. We promote the conflict, and then we turn around and talk about the gangster rappers are contributing to the violence. What about social media's impact on black crime? When are we going to have that conversation? Social media's impact on black crime. When are we going to have that conversation? What about social media's impact on black crime? When are we going to have that conversation? The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy can't get here fast enough. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy can't get here fast enough. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy can't get here fast enough. We're going to be having all kind of conversations. We're going to be having all kind of conversations. We're going to be having all kinds of conversations at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Come on, HVAC, finish up so we can get started. Come on, HVAC, finish up so we can get started. Come on, HVAC, finish up so we can get started. Brothers and sisters, I had to go live on this first day of Leo. I had to go live on this first day of Leo season 2023. I had to go live on this first day of Leo season 2023. Brothers and sisters, listen. As far as them two on that podcast, I'm not even thinking about them. I'm not even thinking about them. See, what I'm not going to do is use my brand, my name, and my platform to drive traffic to any social media platform that is about the persecution, destruction, sabotage, and slander of black men, black women, or any branch of the African family. I will not do that. I will not do that. If you slandering continental Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering American Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering Caribbean Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering South American and Central American Africans, I'm not coming on your platform. You slandering Canadian Africans, Australian Africans, South Pacific Africans, I'm not coming on your platform. You slandering my African brothers and sisters throughout the continent of Europe, I can't rock with you. You slandering the Africans in Asia, I'm not rocking with you, brothers and sisters. You're not going to use my name and my fame. You're not going to use my name and my fame to drive traffic to a degenerate social media YouTube platform. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Half of you haven't even donated to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, but you want to interview. You want to interview with the top black consciousness personality in the world. You want an interview with the #1 Pan-Africanist of the 21st century. You want an interview with one of the top 10 black orators in history. It don't work that easy, brothers and sisters. It don't work that easy, brothers and sisters. If you ain't got nothing constructive to offer the people, I'm not using my name and my fame to drive traffic to your page. Let me talk about the Sukihana situation one time.